Hey there, welcome. Oh my goodness. All right. We need to talk. And I am. I'm talking to the ones who are actively calling in their person. And I'm not talking about just anybody to fill a seat or a comfortable, safe relationship because you're tired of being alone. I'm speaking to those of you who are demanding the extraordinary, the true counterpart. A love song your soul has been humming since the beginning of time. Hi, I'm Deidre, and welcome to Trusting Love Tarot. I'm so glad you found me. Now, here we're going to discuss how to heighten the sensations you feel within, learning to fully feel all of yourself. You'll learn to open and expand in the experience of you and your partner in both the most pleasurable moments and not so pleasurable moments of your love journey. And for those who are not feeling this currently, this is your invitation. Allow your curiosity to take you into the delicious unfolding of bliss and beyond the human experience of union. So, this Wow. We're going to talk a little bit about astrology because it's going to be really heavy right now. Uranus landed in Gemini last month, and oh, yeah, you're going to be feeling lots of quakings. Lots. Right now, Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and absolute primal power, turned retrograde on May 6th. And with the cosmic lineup ahead this week, is taking us into the deep underworld of our own hearts. And at the same exact time today where I'm recording this, the universe is sending a bolt of lightning through your mental channels because Mercury is going into its beautiful sign of Gemini. Okay, this is when things are going to really dial up for you. If you just came out of that Taurus new moon, which was yesterday, that was the initiation of cleaning things up in your life. So that's how I kind of came across this. And it's so interesting because what I'll do is I'll just randomly go, what does the collective need to hear at this time? This actually came out for me because I'm going through all of my journals as I prepare and build all of my stuff for you. And you know what? When I was first in the I'm going to become the goddess beacon, it's when I made the decision that I was just going to become, and I was going to call to me the most extraordinary partnership ever. Well, I did. I wasn't ready, not for its full embrace. I had to go through a bit to get me to the other side of understanding that I'm totally worthy of having that extraordinary love in my life. But I had to move through the healings of it. So for those of you, and that's what we're talking about, you're actively calling in your person, this is the first stage. So I built this for myself in Canva, and go get it, it's free. Like, it's such a great tool if you're not already using it. Use it for something like this. Build a little mini vision board for yourself. But this is special. This mini vision board was me sitting in meditation and asking my sacred divine partner, show me, how do I best communicate with you at this time that you'll hear me, know me, see me, and really truly feel me? And it's not just about who I need to show up to be, but what you're ready to feel and introduce or invite into your life. Show me, and then I can then feel within myself, am I ready for this experience? So I highly recommend you do this. After this reading, I'm going to have a link to Canva down below. Just go straight to Canva and then build this. Sit in meditation with your partner and say, okay, what do I need to learn from you? What do I need to know from you right now? And just 4 items. Don't pick any more than that. Put them like a collage like this. Export that bad boy, print it, and put it on your meditation table, your wall, whatever it is. Just put it there. And I want you to sit before it, and I want you to really feel into the truth of it, because getting ready for union is an experience that you hold inside of yourself, because the union is you. It's not what you think it is. It's none of that. It's actually how you feel about it inside of yourself, and that's how you bring it in. Okay? So create something like this that is meaningful for you, and then put it onto your manifestation, your board. Okay, really your vision board. I'm going to teach you how to do vision boarding just a little bit different in my program. So welcome, hi. So let's get back into Pluto, can we? Because the message that I'm getting really clearly is you cannot call in an extraordinary union from an ordinary, codependent state of mind. Pluto in this retrograde is looking you dead in the eye and asking, how many of you are spending way too much energy trying to shield yourselves, deflect the noise, or hide your true brilliance because you're afraid of being too much or getting hurt again? That's big. So let's get into this reading, shall we? So, of course, you can see what I have on the board. I've got my goddess, sacred feminine. I've got my masculine. And yeah, we're totally doing a union. And this was at the bottom of it, right? Slow and steady. But he also really wants it. And you're totally going to be celebrating. So you got to learn to give and take. But there's so much. Okay. So the hanged man position is being willing to see each other, see the situation, see your union, see the experience differently. So let's really, I'm going to come back to this, okay, because this is really beautiful and it'll feed into everything. So the union, okay, I can come back to it because really the guidance that's coming in is this is the focus. You have to really want union for union to occur. Am I kind of stating the obvious? I am stating the obvious because you'll go, oh my God, that's the truth. Because it won't happen unless you actually want it to happen. And that's from both of you. So what are you feeling inside of your chest? For those of you who are part of my old program and when I was doing tarot in the beginning, remember I was talking about your sacred journey of love in your chest? And how, the feminine, you'll rise within yourself, and the masculine will then rise to join you, and you're doing it gently, and then you're connecting in the center of your chest. This is where the pool, this is where the union, this is where the third energy, this is where your union really develops, and it'll build and build and build and build in your heart chakra. And then once that's really crazy full, it'll go boom, straight up to your higher heart. And that's why you'll see in all my teachings that you have 8 chakras. Okay, I can always tell when you've gone through a big awakening because your higher heart will be open. That's absolutely a sign of a twin flame. So let's just recognize that that's the first message you need to hear. So who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? Masculine, do you want to go first? Feminine, do you want to go first? Who wants to go first? I'll go first as a feminine. Okay. So I have that. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you, my new subscribers. I love it that we're growing. Thank you for being here. I freaking love this. Best work ever. Best job ever. It's just so delicious doing this. Okay, so this one. And then I'm supposed to just randomly grab one like this. And there's a reason for it. And it's because you have to trust the randomness of this next chapter that you're stepping into. There's going to be a whole bunch of stuff that's going to come. It's going to go, you're thinking it's going to go right, but it's going to go left. You're thinking it's going to, but I don't want you thinking, I want you really trusting this intuitive sense of the self. Okay, that is what is leading you. So let's see here. So I've got, oh, wow. Okay, this is so great. And we'll look at this one after. And these are actually overlapping energies. And I love how we're getting, you see this mirroring. I love it. You can't make this stuff up. It's what I love about tarot the most is that the cards don't lie. They never lie. If you allow them just to come out and read them as they are, you're like primo. So this is the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Pentacles, okay, anything can happen. This is the new. It's new, it's big, it's huge. It's the largest pentacle of the entire deck. It's so magnificent. And I find that so interesting that you see how, because this is my sexy deck. Everything about you, my goddess feminine, I want you to feel delicious, but I don't want you to feel you have to be overly delicious in your root chakra and always have it open, portal of potential, right? It's one of your portals that will be stirring, moving, and opening when the masculine is like, I really want this with you. The masculine is driven to make love to you, penetrate you, because they know that when they do, if you're the one who holds the greatest secret of the love inside of yourself that will help them unlock, they're absolutely going to do that through lovemaking. And that's why you're going to feel it in your yoni. There's going to be an opening. Are you feeling your portal opening? You know what I'm talking about, your pleasure portal. Yeah, it's special, it's unique. It's something that sacred partners carry and hold. When you're walking through your journey together, you're going to be able to activate each other's root chakra from across the globe. It's magnificent. It's the most delicious experience of this entire journey ever. Oh, and I love this. Okay, so we've got justice. So, justice to me is the balance, which I love, which is Libra. I love the personality of Libra. They get along with everyone. But it feels like what you've done is what you've created is this real true sense of I'm balanced and I'm gosh dang sexy doing it. Because that's what the goddess is. The goddess is, she feels really delicious inside of herself. And her sexual prowess, her sexual energy, her feminine knowing, she holds that. She holds it sacred. She holds it to herself. And when you're ready for your partner, you want to show it to them in the greatest experience of love. Okay, so I'm going to get some of the masculine cards out. Nope, he's not ready yet. He's not ready yet. He wants you to know the glory of you straight up. Like, your partner is really in love with you. Do you know that? Like, do you know that, sure, they've taken their time, but all along, the reason why they took their time is because they wanted to come and bring you everything they've got. Like, to give you everything that they could possibly give you. It makes them feel so good. I just want you to know. If you're wanting a beautiful vehicle and they're like, babe, I can totally get that for you. You're like, really? Like, wow, wow, like you could gift that to me instead of the I expect it. It's the wow, you could seriously, right? Like it's a steed in this one. But really, it's how he gets around. He's like, you need that, babe? I can totally help you with that. They really want to be that man. And if they still haven't figured it out for themselves yet, truth, they're not going to be able to figure it out for you. So they had to go through what they needed to go through. And you know that, right? Like have you figured that out like really truly? That when they're truly in love with you, they will climb that mountain, they will swim that ocean, and they've got to do the work. And that's what this is, so that they can bring and have the greatest experience ever. However, there's another side to it too, and it's what you bring as the undercurrent to the masculine to support. It's like you saying, I do want this, and I'm going to show you that I want it. And some of you are going to show that you want it in such an aggressive chase. And that might have been where you were before, where you were like, come and get me, right? Because do you see how she is? And it's from behind. It's not making love from the front. There's a difference. It's still gorgeous, delicious. It's wonderful. But there's a difference between just being taken behind and being made love to from the front. I want you to sink into that. There's something about that. There's something about you welcoming in the masculine from the front. That you can let go of them from the past, that they don't have to. There's something about that. Because remember, the back of you is the past, the front of you is the future. Where are you standing? Are you balanced? The masculine really wants to feel that for them to come in and bring you the greatest experience of love ever. Okay, did you hear that? That's what they really want. They want you to show them the queen that you are. Because you really are. You're a freaking queen. Your true partner doesn't find you because you successfully hid from the darkness. They find you because your light is so dense, so raw, and so anchored in self mastery that it cuts right through the collective static like a lighthouse. So this week, your assignment isn't to go out and hunt for them. Your assignment is to pull every single ounce of your scattered power into your own chest if you're experiencing any of it. To really settle down. I feel like a lot of you really have. Like, I feel like you're quite calm. But for those, if that rung true and you were like scattered, yeah, okay. And this isn't me beating you up. This is no beating up. No beating up. No, 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 no. So I want you to clean out the internal clutter, all the doubts, any of those patterns that you know when you're not reaching your fullest potential. You know when you're kind of being lazy. And, like, you know it. When you're not really fully, there's always one more thing that you could do to improve the state of your awesomeness. There's always one more little thing that you could do. And it's not an outside, it's usually an inside experience. I want you to own the master inside of you today. Become so fully embodied in that love that you are that the universe has no choice but to match your matchless, limitless frequency. That's what's going to bring everything to you. And really, that's the energy of this cosmic alignment right now. Everything is lining up for you. It's all for you. And I'm holding the masculines, and it's like the message is coming. Like they're like, I'm doing all of this. All of it is for you. I'm bringing it in. I want to do it. I'm the universe. The universe is you. The universe is me. You gotta want it. You gotta want union. Okay, masculines. What else would you like to say, or would you like us to know where you are? What is the message that you would like to share at this time? Wow. Okay. Huh, okay. Oh, I love it. Okay, and then we have this. And I'm supposed to actually put this here because he's the one who's working really towards the union, and that's coming out. That's coming out. Like he really wants it. He, she, they. Yeah, there's going to be communication, and I'm supposed to put that over here. Like he is totally dominating this board. Isn't that cool? Wow, making their way totally in the direction of the feminine. How incredible is that? Okay, so let's look at this. So the star, I love the star. The star is renewal, hope, inner clarity being the big message here. Because when I was feeling the cards and I'm for shuffling them, and I do this special energetic exercise so that I can make sure that you're really feeling the full embodiment of my union. When I was feeling into the feminine, grounded, like I mean grounded energy. And when I was feeling into the masculine, it was grounded, but not as grounded as the feminine. Why? Because they're sitting in this really high octave place. They're sitting in this, and you might have been feeling it, my feminines, where they're going into their own peak states, however they get themselves there, and you'll feel those kind of like it'll be from the higher heart up. It's like they're sitting in the triangle. It's like that's where they're sitting. They're sitting in the higher octave of the union, and you're sitting in the lower earthly bound, right? Have you ever felt that? That's really important. That's part of the union stance. And you'll hear me say this side to side, top to bottom, front to back. That's how you'll know union has occurred. Look at this guy. Boy, is he just grumpy. So we know that typically the Four of Pentacles, right? Anything with that energy is like greed, right? It can be. And I feel like they have to kind of move to that. This was a healing inside of them. It might have been for you too. I feel like there's a bit of a mirroring. You know, maybe you were big spenders and that got you into trouble. And that was part of the union dance or the healing that you had to get through. especially when I've got like this here. So we've got something really big happening with the feminine, right? Really big. Because the Six of Cups is, which, okay, love, nostalgia, but I'm getting gifts, reunion, and how you want your reunion to be. How do you want it to be? And oh God, they want to bring in communication. Big time. So you have to stay balanced. That's really important. So money was absolutely part of this. Take it or leave it. This is a general reading. But I feel like there was some sort of a lesson regarding money. And that was part of your union's dance. Now saving, 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 saving. Because I love how the Four of Pentacles is depicted in my union deck. She's just holding her purse. There's the town in the distance, but she's staying home. And she's like, no, I'm going to save my money. Right? I love this. Okay, so lots of pentacles. I'm loving all this pentacle energy, especially here as he's coming into the union and over into you. Oh my God, I just love it. And so, like, like they really do want this, but they want it in a really clean and coordinated, like this is working together, right? So the teamwork that it's going to take for the two of you to unify, work together on this union, wanting it, the work that you're willing to do, all the ways that you're going to bring yourself to it. Okay, and speaking about teamwork, now if you're secretly trapped in the waiting room of your own life, maybe you're holding your breath for them to finally see you, choose you, or match you. You cannot build badass love from a place of waiting. I know, I've done it. But it also was perfect. But you'll know when it's time to leave because you know that it's a low vibrational trap that you're keeping yourself in. So let's break that cycle today. Book a leveling up in love Reiki session with me. We're going to go into your energetic hardware. We're going to dissolve the hardware you've been carrying and anchor that absolute certainty of who you are right in the center of your chest. It's time to level up now. And for those, like you're like I'm ready for union, then you'll probably want to book my leveling up in love or my sacred union mastery Reiki. All of them are the same price. I'm doing this special for 2026 because I just want to love the crap out of you guys. I want you to come into union like I did. I want you to be able to come to this place of really owning your union inside of you because that's what they want. Did you see all this? That's what they want. So whatever pulls to you and you feel like that's right. I feel it, Misty. Yeah, I would love to work with you. I'd love to work with you too because they really are wanting to move in your direction. So if you're kind of freaking out and you're feeling the pinch and you're doing a lot of purging, it's actually really good. It's just let's clear some of that gunk away because some of it doesn't need to be there. They are already, they've been saving their money. That's why I love this in this bridge. But you see, they've been working on something in the background that you didn't even know existed. They were patient, really hardworking. They too were waiting. And I'm going to be honest, some of you are running pretty hard, and you know that. They ran too, but you were really running. So they've been patiently cultivating all of the things in the background in preparation of your wedding day, in preparation of your union, because they know it's where they're supposed to be. I love the sun. This is material happiness. This is that joyful outcome. This is the exuberance of, oh my gosh, I went through all of that and it wasn't for nothing. I promise you it wasn't. And that new beginning, that new idea of how maybe you're framing your union to be now because they've framed it differently. Maybe they're showing you that. Maybe the energy is completely changed now where you were thinking, oh, wait a minute, I have to let go of how we were so that I can let you in as how you are now and feeling for that inside of each other. That's when that can begin. Like we've got two big beginnings here. And the masculine wants to meet you in it. Oh my goodness, dear feminine. If you have any questions, please write them in the comments. I'm totally here to support you in your journey. Thank you for subscribing. Oh my goodness, look at us. Reaching as many hearts as I possibly can so that they can come in and experience this most delicious union ever. I want this for you. It's so delicious, and I want you to feel it, and I want you to feel it all the time. And I want you to be with the love of your life, and I want you to experience a big bank account, and I want you to experience a phenomenal body that is not in pain, that feels really good, that you love to be in, that you want to get naked with your partner and be in it. So if you do want to stay around, you want to feel a little bit of my old sizzle sizzle that I used to do, we're going to bring that in. That's coming up next. All right, welcome back. So for those of you who are familiar with my sexy sizzle sizzle, this was something that I used to have in my readings. A lot of the times, and this is what I recognized when I first opened my practice in 2011, is that sexual healing really is the biggest hurdle that a lot of couples face. There's this feeling that if I really let you in, then that means the more that I love you deeply, which takes up space, the stuff inside of you that just tells you that no, it's not possible, it's not, that's when I want you to, my puppy dog is in the background. Communication. How does that feel when you think about communication? And when you are in communication or have communication or had communication in the past, what came out of it? How are you feeling about the communication between you? I'm getting this conquest. There might have been this, like, I'm just, in the beginning, they might have just wanted to dominate and just really penetrate that. And they really do. That is the experience of the masculine. That is what they absolutely want. So, what I want for you is I want you to experience this new wildness within. I want you to open up to the wildness that you feel. There is this energy, like, pardon me, because I've got so much of this other energy that's distracting in the background. And I feel like that is absolutely part of this reading because there's this time in life where we will distract ourselves in other ways so that we either will run away from the pleasure because we know it only brings pain because it has brought pain for us before. And it's usually because inside you feel that you can't trust yourself because you didn't choose correctly because pain came from what happened. But pain isn't the bad guy. Pain is the indicator that you needed to learn something about yourself so that you could have a better experience. That's all it is. But sometimes what we'll do is we'll stay in the not allowing it to take place or come in for us. Because if they came in a painful way, mm, mm, isn't that interesting? Silence. Okay, so I'm getting the message of you needed the silence between you from the communication so that this old patterning, whatever it was, that pain that was inflicted, could be dismantled, could be worked through, healed, and let go of. And that's why a lot of the times, if you had met this incredible person, and let's say you did, you came in and you made love and it was like crazy. A lot of you went through a massive Kundalini awakening when that happened, and then you both had to go into your respective corners, and that might have been across the globe, into another relationship, whatever it was. That time was necessary, and that really did. That communication then stopped, and you needed to go into that place so that something new could be rebirthed. Now you're going to step into a new place. Let's see what that new place is. Yeah, see, and that's why I'm supposed to bring that from the previous reading. Do you see? Is that when you go into a different way of seeing your journey, different way of seeing each other, and you can leave that pain behind, walk away from it, I'm done. Then this Two of Cups, and look at this. When we get the Ace of Cups and that brand new beginning, it starts. And then the messages are done. I'm going to flip those over because that's finished. And what we're going to do is look at that passion. See, I love these because these are the really healthy, way that I want you to be. Oh yeah, okay. So let's really look at these because they're beautiful and it's a message really. And with it being on the masculine side, I feel like that was something that maybe you had to heal, right? And remember, you are feminine and masculine inside of you. So this might have had to have been healed inside of both of you. So let's take a look at this. There's this brand new beginning. Do you see that? Like it's brand new. This is the past. You had to change your mind. You had to walk away from stuff that was unsatisfactory. It's the best decision you'll ever make is when you say, this is not enough for me. I want so much more than this. I don't want to live this way. I don't want to live in this. I don't want to do this. Right? And you make those decisions and you're making it from a really beautiful place. So let's take a look at these. So I love this. Do you see? This was the last one out, but the first one to be read because there's something about doing something backwards when you're about to go into a new adventure, which a lot of you are. You're about to come into union, which means you're going to be with each other. You're going to have to learn how to be with each other in this new way. You're going to have to start your communication slowly, and you're going to have to honor the natural rhythm of readiness within both of you. But it looks like the masculine just wants to lick that. He wants to lick your toes and have you be his ultimate desire. And that's coming back full circle as well and being shown that they might have pursued you incredibly in the very beginning. And then they had to walk away. You had to go into the silence. You had to go into that little bit of pain, that healing. Now it's coming right back. They're like, you've always been the one that totally does it for me and that I want to have this total experience with you. So I love this. Do you see how she's, in front of the picture of her, could have been possibly late husband or maybe her future lover or what she would like. And I love that she's like a queen and he's the king. And she's essentially saying, I want to make love to you. Now, this is so great for my 5D lovers out there. When you are ready to truly make love to each other, there is a very specific way of doing it. And I teach that with my goddess beacons. If you want to work with me, connect with me. My email is down below. There is a really profound and powerful way that you can telepathically, energetically share with your ultimate partner, because this is how it works. You are a beautiful vibrational love song, and your love song is what's calling everything to you, the total experience of everything you've ever wanted. You're calling it in. And people who want to hear your love song or be around your love song, they be coming around, person, place, and things, because everything responds to you when you're sitting in that place of love. Same with the partner. And if you're both wanting to experience the same kind of love and rapture, like this is union. This is total, like, I'm going to devour you. I want to be loved by you. Like, there's like food. There's like, this is like total, like, I just experienced every part of you within me. I'm exhausted. Exhausted. That's where you'll wind up being eventually. And the exhaustion sometimes is the journey, but I want you to be exhausted in a beautiful, healthy, like, oh my God, I just gave you all of myself way. Because really that's what you want to be demanding. I want you to be standing before your partner, totally own it, straight up, look at them straight in the eye and say, I want all of you, all of you. not just your bank account, not just your member, not just your whatever on the surface you seem to be offering me, because we know that doesn't work out. It never does. Okay. So going back to what we originally said, right? This is what we opened with. Isn't that kind of cool how the cards are leading us full circle to the very opening and what we were talking about here? I need to talk to you, the one who is calling in their person, not just anybody to fill a seat or just that comfortable, safe relationship because you're tired of being alone. This isn't that. This is the I want to go all the way with you, right? To the end of my life, to the end of our days. We're going to have the best union ever. All right, so if this sounds like you, you're in the right place. So much love to you, and thanks again. If you want to have more goddesses find us, share it. Be willing to be here. Dive deep. It's the only way that you're going to feel the complete experience of union. You've got to completely go there. And for those of you, you don't want to sit and look at a screen, you don't have to. My tarot readings are great for podcast lovers. So take me for a walk with you. Take me out with you. Thank you so much for being here. Namaste.